the Voltron fandom is no longer a fun place to be, primarily because of clans fans. Since the beginning of the show, clans, fan art, fan fiction, and headcanons have been just abundant anywhere you look. Even if you're looking for just Voltron being the robot, even fan art of the robot, you'll see clans everywhere, and it's aggravating people. It's annoying, especially because of these clans fans being very toxic towards others that don't ship it or don't understand, don't support it, wherever it may be. It's really hard to find any fan art or pretty much anything else that doesn't involve clans, Lance and Keith. A lot of these are antis who just plain out don't support anything else that doesn't have anything to do with their ship. And these people have gone on Twitter and even accused Shiro's voice actor. They have even gone on to accuse Josh Keaton of being a creeper because he has approved of Shiro and Keith because fans sometimes send him headcanons or content or whatever. And I mean, what is he supposed to say? Is he supposed to say that's creepy? You're a creeper. You are disgusting. No, of course not. He's not gonna say those things. So naturally, he's just gonna be nice about it, and people are getting mad because he's being nice about it. So that's very messed up. And it's definitely not just the clans fans ruining it for everybody else. It's also the antis from the other ships and the anti-Shaladins and all these types of people. For example, there have been stories going around of anti-Shaladins being those people that don't share with any of the paladins because it's pedophilic or whatever. Ironically, these people have been said to go around and send, via private messages, send illegal content and gore content to those who have been open about shipping Shiro with Lance or Hunk or Keith or whoever of the paladins, because supposedly they are younger. And if those allegations are true, that is messed up, that's disgusting, and that's extremely hypocritical because you are saying someone's a creeper when you yourself are downloading these images and are sending it to other people. Not only are you gonna get yourself, you can get yourself thrown in prison because of possession of these images, you can also potentially get the other person in trouble when the other person had nothing to do with it, but the other person has been sent these images and now they have them in their possession. That's possession, and that's at least 8 years in prison. And if all of these people are minors, they can potentially get their legal guardians in trouble as well, even though their guardians have no idea what they're doing on the internet in the first place. And that's just a very messy and very messed up situation. Apparently, these people have also gone on and made a block list listing a bunch of Shaladin blogs that just reblog or make posts or whatever about these shippings, and they go on and make a block list. Basically, block these people if you don't want to see their content, and that's fine. But in theory, it's fine. It's actually not fine because what really happens is that people click on the name and instead of blocking it, they send threatening messages and hate via anon if the user has anonymous questions enabled, and if not, they probably just won't even go anonymous and they'll just message you really nasty shit, and that's messed up. I've had a friend of mine that openly supports this. They've gotten asks and they've just kind of gotten harassed. They're like, you Shaladin piece of shit, you tranny, and stuff like that. And that's just really fucked up. That's uncalled for. It could be a troll, but I don't think it's a troll. Most of the trolls are guys, and this fandom is primarily female. So there's that to take into account. In addition, and one of the biggest reasons why clans fans have been very disliked by the main fandom is what happened with Studio Mir. If you don't know what happened with Studio Mir, basically, they had some sort of tour in their studio, and somebody took images of some boards and character designs and leaked them online without knowing they were actually being leaked. And once people start basically sharing these photos, and the word started getting out that these were not supposed to be leaked, other people start to delete them and whatnot. But on Twitter, somebody claiming to be a Clans fan attempted to blackmail the studio, and basically told them, "Hey, if you make this canon, then we're gonna delete all the photos," which didn't happen. And basically, they got shit for it because you're not supposed to do that. That's mean. That's uncalled for. How are you gonna blackmail an animation studio for something that they don't even have control of? They don't have control of that. That's the whole writing team's job. The writing team is the one that's in charge of that. And even then, you, as an audience member, are not supposed to demand things. You take what you're given and you enjoy it. Granted, as long as it's not shit, as long as it's not offensive, not in the SJW term, but offensive as in actually offensive, then yeah, I see people getting angry, but not over shipping. The next reason being, Lance is Cuban. Only Cuban. He is only Cuban, and if you say that he is anything else, even that he's biracial, you are racist. Yeah, in my personal opinion, these types of people make the fandom a very toxic place. Some people say, hey, maybe he's part, I don't know, part Cuban and part another Latino. There's a lot of Latino stuff. There's Puerto Rican, there's Salvadorian, there's Mexican, and people are saying that you saying he's like half Cuban and half something else is taking away his identity, and it's taking away Cuban representation from a TV show. And I feel like I can't say anything because I'm Mexican, and obviously my race gets a lot more Mexicans get a lot more exposure and a lot of more representation on TV. Whether you want to argue if that's positive or negative representation, it's up for debate, and most of the time it's negative representation, but they make it like I can't say anything. Kind of like when white people can't talk to black people about racism because they're white and they cannot touch it. I feel like it's kind of like that with Cubans and Mexicans. Now, granted, there are people who, so I've heard, headcanon Lance as either half Russian or half Irish or half Italian or whatever that is, and yeah, Lance is obviously not any type of what could be considered Caucasian. Even if he's biracial, he's obviously coming from any type of Spanish-speaking country. And last but not least, the art. Now, this show came out last summer, 2016. So it's been a year. It's been out. I barely watched it like in December, so I'm late to the party. But it's been out for a while, and there's a lot of fanfiction, there's a lot of art, there's a lot of cosplay and stuff like that. But regarding the drawings and the art, a lot of it is amazing. A lot of the art, they're like little paintings, and they're just amazing. And a large part of it is, it's okay. It's not great, but it's not terrible. And there's also a big chunk that's like chicken scratch. A lot of it just looks like the drawings that I would draw in middle school on my like math notebook while the teacher wasn't looking, and I would call it art. Yeah, a lot of it looks like that. And I mean, this show is aimed for kids, so it makes sense that a lot of it is pretty fucking terrible, but it's still really fucking terrible. Sometimes I go to the not safe for work tag because I'm a soulless little bastard, and a lot of it is obviously drawn by people that are learning to draw, and that is just unsettling because kids shouldn't be drawing shit like that, and just looking at it, it's not enjoyable because it's not good, and it's not enjoyable because you can obviously tell the person's age when you're looking at it. So that's kind of a big buzzkill. So overall, at the moment, this place is not a very pleasant place to be. It is full of very toxic and narcissistic people, as well as immature people. Kind of people that either have one of these characteristics or just they are narcissistic, selfish, toxic, immature, all combined into one. So, it is a good show. it's still a good show. Don't let it scare you, or don't let it not want to draw art for it. Just be aware that the community, getting involved in this community, means being exposed to these people and these kind of shitty things. So keep that in mind, but fear not, because season 3 is coming soon. So at least you can step away until that time comes, until the season comes. And I mean, kudos to you if you're kind of taking down your blog or taking a hiatus from it, because you'll also be spoiler free until the show comes out. So it's better to be spoiler free and just toxic free until the next season comes. So yeah,